We are here with another season, with another series, and this series is the Mario Baseball series. So, we've already done 11 seasons that have not been broadcasted, so now we're gonna officially start broadcasting the seasons. So we've done 11 seasons, 4 seasons in 2018, 4 seasons in 2019, 2 seasons in 2020, and 1 season in 2021. And due to this stuff, guys, because we're just really not as busy like that, but to the introduction of our baseball series. So for the first season, we are going to start with 2018 winter. And the winter season in 2018 was December 21st of 2017 through March 20th of 2018. That is winter of 2018. The team who won that first season ring was the Bowser Monsters. They have a very strengthful team, competitive team, and they beat the Diddy Monkeys in the championship to win their first ring. The next season of 2018 was spring, March 20th through June 21st, and many of the fans, they don't have a problem with Daisy Flowers, but they think that win was a little bit of a it wasn't really a strong win. The title of that game was the Daisy Flowers and the Yoshi Eggs. The Daisy Flowers, they did get lucky because the Yoshi Eggs were playing at home in the championship game, and every time the Daisy Flowers would hit home runs, that train would come every time. But we're not here to take away no one's win, but people just saying that that's a controversy win. Summer of 2018, the Diddy Monkeys have took home... Oh, sorry, that's not the Diddy Monkeys. My bad. The Bowser Monsters won their second ring summer of 2018, June 21st through September 22nd. The Bowser Monsters had beat the Diddy Monkeys to get to the championship, and then they played the Yoshi Eggs in the championship, beat the Yoshi Eggs. Then next season, 2018 fall, September 22nd through December 21st, the Yoshi Eggs will take home the title game as they got off of a 2 championship game losing streak. They had no choice but to go the next year and win next season and win the championship. The 2019 winter, the Diddy Monkeys have won their first ring against the Bowser Jr. Rookies in the championship. Next season, 2019 spring, the Bowser Monsters won their third ring as they would lead the series. Then summer of 2019, the Yoshi Eggs win their second ring. 2019 fall, the Diddy Monkeys won their second ring against the Bowser Monsters. 2020, only two seasons was done, which was 2020 summer and 2020 fall. The Diddy Monkeys have won those 2 rings of 2020, and we only done 1 season of 2021, and the Diddy Monkeys have won their 5th ring, all back to back. We're going to start with some of the controversy that you guys missed in the Diddy Monkey season. Not the Diddy Monkey season, but in the Mario Baseball season. We're going to start with the first controversy that happened was when the Diddy Monkeys was trying to recruit better pitchers because as their team was struggling because their pitch game wasn't as strong. Paragoomba had stepped into the field and everybody thought, wow, his pitching was amazing, especially the coach of the Diddy Monkeys. He really loves the way how the Goombas pitch. Paragoomba started for maybe about a few games, then that's when Goomba, because Paragoomba and Goomba, like, they was already recruited, but they just changed their positions to pitching, and that's when they found out their hidden talent. As soon as the Diddy Monkeys was playing Paragoomba, and they won a few games, but then they started to lose a few games, Goomba walked into the scene, and he took over Paragoomba's whole job. Now Goomba just being the official starter pitcher of the Diddy Monkeys. And the reason why it's kind of controversy, because the Diddy Monkeys fans always thought, oh, like, is the relationship between Goomba and Paragoomba still, is it still okay, or are they still, you know, friends, and is everything going alright? Because they had to compete hard for that spot. Few seasons later, Paragoomba has confirmed it. Yes, they are still friends, but they was being very competitive to try to win that pitching spot. Next is the Wiggler cheating scandals. When the Yoshi eggs was really good back in, so this was 2018 fall. Like, this was the fall season. So Wiggler was just dominating the field, home runs after home runs, and people would sometimes be looking like, why is Wiggler so good? So then, you know, some of the fans and even some of the commentators, they called out something called, is Wiggler on juice? Yeah, is Wiggler on juice? So that was the headline of the news for Mario Baseball. And turns out, after Wiggler got tested, maybe about a few months after, turns out, yes, Wiggler has been cheating. And now, when the juice was removed from Wiggler, I'm not going to call Wiggler butt, but I'm going to say Wiggler's been trying, and Wiggler just has not been playing the same as if whenever Wiggler was on the juice, and we can see now. Next controversy is Tiny Kong. Tiny Kong is usually always in the media speaking how she truly feels about the field of baseball. Alright? So, one thing about Tiny is she was first on the Diddy Monkeys. The more when the Diddy Monkeys became good, she started to be on the bench a lot because there are new good players, the Toads, Mario. There are other people who just deserve to be on the field rather than Tiny, who's not really hitting home runs, or her stats are not really looking as they should be for her to be a starter. So she sat on the bench, and then she spoke out about she feels like the coach is just playing favorites, and which that was completely wrong, but Tiny just felt that that was how she should speak. So then Tiny, she left the Diddy Monkeys, and now she plays on the Peach Monarchs. And the Peach Monarchs, yes, they are proven the worst team in the league, but I mean, they still try their best. But now she's on the Peach Monarchs making less money because people get money based off of stats. And, you know, she's not really, you know, speaking out anymore. But one of her recent speakouts was saying, you guys got people on the bench like Dixie Kong, knowing that Dixie Kong is very talented and Dixie does not need to be on the bench. And Dixie herself did not even say anything, to defend herself with that statement. She just let Tiny speak on how she feels and didn't want to mention anything other. So this next part is about the Diddy Monkeys' young players. Whenever the Diddy Monkeys became better, that's whenever they started to get some new recruits. And the recruits were very young. like Dixie Kong, Tiana, and some of the toads from Peach Monarchs. They're like, I think all of the toads should just be on two teams, the Diddy Monkeys and the Peach Monarchs. This caused for even Peach herself to not worry too much about her own team. And I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. The Diddy Monkeys is a way more dominant team to worry about than the Peach Monarchs, who's losing every game. And even Peach knows this. Alright, and now our next thing to cover is, this was just announced in the 2021 season. Whenever the whenever the main boss or the committee of the Mario Baseball League, they had came to an agreement that people who are young as Baby Peach and Baby Mario and all them, the babies do not need to be getting paid. So even when they have their own stats and stuff, it's just going to be used, just as regular stats and not for money. And I totally stand for this. I mean, they are young, they are babies, and they're just out there just learning. And I think whenever they get a little bit more older to get paid, then yeah. But right now, kids should not be competing for money. They should just be competing for the love of the sport. And for the final chapter of all the controversies is Without the Toads. Without the Toads, this is like a happy kind of like situation. Everybody knows that without the Toads, the Diddy Monkeys will be an average team out there, like the Waluigi Spitballs, or like just any average team out there that's on the field. The Toads, they hit as much home runs as the Pinata Dudes. And I think, and with the Toads defense, they really set the Diddy Monkeys up front. And the Diddy Monkeys, they are a really good team with all their players, but the Toads really distance them from the rest of the competition, coming from a Diddy Monkey fan herself. Okay, and now for our final section, guys, we're going to be talking about Toy Field. So far, we've only done 5 Toy Fields, and there has been 5 different winners to the Toy Fields. Bowser, who holds the record, him and Mario, they have a very competitive toy field journey when it comes to these two. They are the reason why the tickets and the crowds sell out. And you just really got to thank Bowser and Mario for all the action toy fields that's out there. Mario, people claim him to be right behind Bowser when it comes to be the second best toy field. But I really enjoy watching both Mario and Bowser, as I make it both competitive. Mario has even discussed in some interviews that yes, his goal is to beat Bowser and break Bowser's record and become the best toy field player there is. Petey Piranha, Petey Piranha has also won a toy field. Blue Pinata has won the first toy field. Tiny, who has won the second, fans was saying her competition wasn't as tough that year. All the people who competed in the toy field with her was Tiny, Baby Peach, Purple Toad, and Birdo. But people just don't think that was tough, so they don't really acknowledge her toy field win. I think Tiny deserved it that year, because she can't control that those 4 people got picked and she just somewhat won. But yeah, so that is the introduction of the series, and I hope you guys tag along to stay for the rest of the series, as now we will finally be broadcasting them. And yeah, just stay tuned.